Welcome in. We're going to be shipping out some orders live today. Let me set the screen up. I don't know how many we have. We have a whole bunch of orders. I think we have 18 eBay, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Poshmark, and 1 Depop. So I remember that as 25 orders. That's actually really good. And I titled the live, I haven't listed in a week, and I wanted to talk about this. I think a lot of people think you have to list every single day to make sales. I don't 100% believe that. I believe if you list consistently, obviously you'll have more sales because you'll get the algorithm boost. You'll have new items with bringing in new eyes to your listings. But I'm proof. I haven't listed. I think in the last 2 weeks we've listed like 10 items, and we've pretty much still sold the same amount as we were when we were listing before. Obviously we're doing clear outs and things like that. I'm taking some offers, but still selling every single day. So 25 orders over the weekend is really, really good considering, again, we haven't listed in a while. So what's up, Juliet? What's up, Dora? Welcome in. Everybody's hopping on in nice and early today. Should be a decently long shipping live, 25 orders. Yeah, decently long shipping live. We have some really, really good stuff. And of course we have some bread and butter stuff, stuff you guys see every single live that I cover. So I guess I'll go ahead and get started. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you're watching on replay, make sure you say replay in the chat. Make sure you're liking the live and all that good stuff. And I guess we'll start with Poshmark. Kayla pulled these orders this morning, so you have to bear with me for a second while I figure out where everything is. All right, that goes there. First order is a pair of women's Judy blue jeans. We sold a bunch of these on Whatnot over the weekend. Appreciate everybody who came to the Whatnot show too. We've already shipped out all your orders. Let me find where this is on Nifty. Let me find it. Let me find it somewhere on here. There's a cool. There's cool. Cool, I think, are the older ones. Where is it? Maybe it's just easier. I should probably just do this off of yeah, let me do it off of Poshmark this morning instead of sitting here trying to search through all the listings. What's up, Kevin? Welcome in. My sales. All right, these Judy Blues sold. Oh, it's a bundle. That's why I saw it, and it was a bundle. I didn't realize it was a bundle. So I got these Judy Blues, and what else sold with these? Vineyard Vines. Oh, this is one of the. I was almost gonna make a post about this. It's kind of a weird bundle. Judy Blue jeans sold and a Vineyard Vines men's tie sold. You can see it's like a martini glass Vineyard Vines tie. Both of these sold together in a bundle over on Poshmark for 49 buckaroos. So nice little sale right there. Never expected a pair of Judy Blues and a Vineyard Vines tie to sell together. What's up, Angel? Welcome in. I sold a tie to Australia from California. I'm a bit nervous about the shipping. My first international sale. Did you ship it through eBay's international shipping program, or did you ship it internationally yourself? If it went through eBay's international shipping program, I wouldn't worry about it at all. It's going to make it there. I don't think daily matters at all. People are listing more items, so they sell more. So buy good items. Yep, I agree. I agree. I agree. I do understand if you list consistently. When I listed consistently, I got more sales daily, but I'm still making sales. It's the good thing about having a big inventory is as you've sold or as you've had so much listed, you can just kind of chill for a couple weeks. It's almost like being on vacation the last couple weeks. I'm still making money. It's like I'm working, but I'm not working. With the move and everything, we haven't been able to list because if I went out and bought more stuff, we would be sitting on it right now. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to take the next couple weeks off. I'm not going to go thrifting. And as soon as we move, we'll be back in a normal situation. But yeah, still making daily sales. 25 orders over the weekend for not listing anything last week is really good. Sales were crawling last week. Sales are slower for me, but like I just explained, there's a good reason why they're slower. But we're still making sales. What is next? 7.5. Ooh, this is a good brand. I think we sold one of these on Whatnot too. I think not last show, but the Wednesday show. Buttercloth. These always sell really fast for me. I picked up a bunch of these locally in a bulk buy. Decided to throw the last one in instead of listing it. And this one sold for full price. Sold for $25 over on Posh. Last couple bulk buys I did, the gentleman I buy off of, he's had quite a few of these. I don't know where he's finding them at though, but he's finding them somewhere around here. And I've been buying them for like $8, and they usually go for 25 pretty quick. Looks like I'm getting some social media traction since I got my first troll. It's weird that I was excited about it. Let's go. Yeah, trolls feed the algorithm, so don't feel bad about the trolls. I can't figure out cross-listing. I've got most listed on Poshmark. How do I get cross-posted without doing them individually? On Nifty, you have to do each one individually. You have to click and click, click and click. But once you have them on Poshmark, you can pretty much click and click on all the other platforms. It only takes a couple seconds to get them to each platform. But there's no way to like press one button and have Nifty just upload it to all platforms. That's not how it works, because you have to go through and you have to look at each listing to make sure the information that was brought over from Poshmark is correct on eBay, and the same thing is correct on Mercari. You should never go to, if a cross-lister, any cross-lister out there just says you can click one button and cross-list your whole inventory, I would never trust that. You have to go through and individually look at each one, but it should only take a couple seconds per listing. You're just pressing a button, going into the listing. Nifty's already pushed all the information over there. You're just verifying it really quick and then hitting done and ready to go. Thanks for the gift card. Appreciate you guys hanging out on the Whatnot shows. I got 2 more that I'm going to give away. We're going to do a midday show either tomorrow, or I might push it to Wednesday. Depends on what we get done today. But yeah, we got a couple more for the next show. We have 1 more Whatnot show before the move, but it's going to be a midday show. I will use the eBay service. Yeah, do the eBay international shipping program instead of shipping direct. And if you do international shipping program, then what happens is you ship it to the eBay hub and then it goes overseas to wherever the buyer is. As long as your item makes it to the eBay hub, you're safe. You don't have to worry about anything. If it gets destroyed in transit, it gets shredded into pieces, you're covered. So that's the best. It is a little bit more expensive for the buyer, but it is less headache for you, for sure. Would you recommend Nifty for a smaller seller with 600 items or less, and which plan option is best? So there's multiple plan options now, and yes, you have enough listings. 600 listings is plenty to use a cross-listing service of whichever you prefer. So Nifty now has a different way of breaking up their bundles for their plans, and they just announced this like 2 weeks ago. Instead of doing, you have unlimited cross lists now. No matter what plan you have a limited cross list, but depending on your inventory size is which plan you will select. So this is yearly options. I would never go with yearly because things change and you see this price and you're like, man, that's a good price. Do the monthly option at $7 more and you're never stuck in a plan for the year. You can't cancel once you've done the year. So I never suggest doing yearly plans. But this, you have cross listing right here. Just the cross lister without the automation tool for 1,500 or less listings, it's $39.99 per month. If you have more than 1,500 listings, you're going to do the bottom plan, which is $59.99 per month. I think it automatically selects it based off the inventory that you have. And then you have the bundle plan, which does the automation and the cross listing for just 1,500 listings or less, which is what you have. $69.99 a month. For more than that, it's going to be $89.99 a month. And that, again, that's unlimited cross list. You get 1,000 smart credits. That should be plenty of smart credits for this bottom plan to be able to list your whole month. Just think of 1,000 listings. Yeah, that's more than what you currently have listed. Like that's enough. And then you also have 500 smart credits on the bottom plan. So that's more than enough for you. So just keep that in mind. There's no more, you don't have a limit to the amount you can cross list. There's just a limit to your inventory size. And I think it's just because it takes up so much database, whatever the words are for, but it takes up so much space with Nifty for bigger stores. So they had to up that charge a little bit for the bigger stores, which sucks because I have a bigger store too. So I feel your pain on that one, but you have the 600 item store. So you would select the first plan for both of those, whichever you select. Just the cross lister or the bundle plan would be that first one for you. I had a great Poshmark weekend. By the way, I should throw this in the chat right now since we're talking about it. I'm going to throw the discount code. This is going to get you 15% off your first month with Nifty. If you click on this link and you sign up, you'll get a 7-day free trial and you get 15% off your first month if you click that link I just put in the chat. Had a great Poshmark weekend. 9 orders, 17 orders total. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know how you bring it over. You sync your closet. So once you hook up your store, you're going to go to your inventory and then you're going to hit, it's going to say sync up here. I think for the first time it says sync and then it says resync. So you'll click on this and then you'll do a full sync. So you'll select this one and you'll continue. And once you have your Poshmark store hooked up, it's going to fully bring in all of your listings for you. You don't have to individually bring them over. So it's a full sync. Just that, and it takes like, depending on how many listings you have, it should take 5 minutes max. I think it took 5 minutes to bring over my inventory and I had 2,000 listings. There he is. I knew he was coming. I think we face the Colts on the third week. I think it's the third and the fifth week serfs. I think we face you early. It's not like last year where we had to wait till the end of the year. And so there's no injury. There's no excuses for injuries or anything like that this year, serfs. We beat you. I knew he was coming. I knew he was going to be here. We beat the Miami Dolphins. I got my first sale on Etsy from Crosslist, and let's go. I don't crosslist Etsy, so I'm not in the same boat as you. That's for sure. Do you always use best offer feature? I don't always use best offer feature. Anything listed for 25 or less in my eBay store, I do not have best offers on. They have to pay full price for those, because same thing like you're saying, I get lowball offers. Seems like when something's listed for 25, everybody wants to offer $12 for it. So I don't have wiggle room to sell something for $12 that I have listed for 25. I really need to get that $25 sale price. So I take best offers off on those. Unfortunately, on Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, you can't take best offer off. It's just for eBay. The other ones, you just got to deal with it. Can I stop all the sharing and Posh coming up? I get so many emails. I think you could turn off the emails, or you can hide the emails in your email. I don't actually get them anymore. So I think after a while, your Gmail just knows that it's spam, so it just sticks it to spam. But I think there's a setting in Poshmark to turn it off, or in your Gmail. Either way, so you don't have to worry about those. Yes, stuffy nose today. I'm gonna go do my I'm gonna go do my own whatnot show. I will sell sweaters and fall weather items I'm hoarding from summer. We'll see how it goes. Men's and women's, including polo. Let's go. That's awesome. Get it. This is a good time to start selling that stuff. If I go to Nifty, do I need additional shipping supplies? No, Nifty is just a cross-listing service. It has nothing to do with shipping at all. Shipping is done on the platforms itself. I think people get that confused. Like, you have to, Nifty is not its own, it's just a cross-listing service. So you're just literally taking your listings that are on eBay, on Poshmark, and it helps you move those really fast and efficiently to the other platforms, but it doesn't have anything to do with shipping. I'd like to learn how to list through Nifty directly. Did you happen to make a video on how to do that? I do have lives. So if you go back, Angel, and just watch one of my late night lives, I show how I do the whole listing process. So Lawman Jeans Vintage is the only thing I cross listing. Nice. Lawnman Jeans? I don't know if that's a brand. I got $15 offer on a $45 alpaca sweater on Posh. I countered at 38. They countered at 20. I countered at 38. Yeah, that's typical. That's a typical Poshmark counter offer right there. That is very, very typical. All right, let's go ship out some more items. I see some more questions. Let me get a couple more items shipped out for you guys. Next up is a Patagonia sweater. This is a women's large Patagonia sweater. Sold this for $25. Nice little snap tee cinchilla. One of the ones that everybody likes. Good colorway on this one too. Sold for 25 doll hairs. Does Nifty give you access to all its features during the trial period? I believe so, but it's a limited trial. So you're not going to be able to cross-list your whole closet using the free trial. It's not going to happen. I think they give you like 5 to 10 cross-lists. So you're able to cross-list your items 10 times just to see how it works. And then after that, it basically shuts you out, and then you have to sign up for a plan. So that's how it works. It's a limited free trial just to get you on board and see how everything works. It's not meant to allow you to cross-list everything. There was somebody that complained. They messaged me like it was like 2 or 3 months ago. They're like, Nifty locked me out after I cross-list 10 items. I wanted to do my whole closet. I was like, they're not gonna let you do it for free. They're not gonna let you do the whole thing for free. That wouldn't make any sense. Then everybody would do that. And then everybody would leave Nifty, and then they would just sign up with a new email. I felt like the lull in my store. I felt the lull in my store the last couple of weeks, so I upped my 5% eBay promotion 9%. Definitely picked up pace this weekend. Yeah, I got mine at 9% too. I probably will drop it within the next week or two. Actually probably not week or two, probably in the next month, because we're probably not going to list much this week or next week either. So probably once we get everything back on board, that's when I'll drop the promotion rate. Probably beginning of October, I'll drop it to 7%, and then hopefully I'll get down to 5%. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Bobby. Welcome in. Does Poshmark use USPS boxes? Yes, it does. If that's what you're asking, yes. I would grab a bunch of the USPS free supplies. So if you're on eBay and you're cross-listing to Poshmark, I would stack up on a lot of those free supplies. Just go to USPS.com, sign up for an account, and then go to shipping supplies, and then select free supplies on the left-hand side, and then you can order a bunch of those. You can order them for free and have them delivered for free, and those are the ones you use. You can also use flat rate boxes on Poshmark for free. So you can't do that on Whatnot, so just keep that in mind. But on Poshmark, you can. So you can use flat rate box on Whatnot, but you have to use flat rate shipping. But with Poshmark, you can use any USPS priority mail boxes, including flat rate. So grab some padded flat rates, grab some medium flat rate boxes. Those are good for bundles. Grab some of the large priority boxes, grab some shoe boxes, and just hoard them off to the side. And as you make sales, you can throw those in. My top number one thing I would suggest getting are these. These are Tyvek envelopes. So if you ship a lot of clothing, these are perfect. You throw a shirt in here, you throw some jeans in here, fit perfect. And I don't have to use my own packaging supplies when it comes to Poshmark. I do that for Whatnot too. Can you change shipping choice after buyer has paid? I had one yesterday that I saw was cheaper option. You can, as long as it's going to make it there in the same amount of time. Usually if it's priority mail shipping and you're trying to change the ground, you'll notice that the time is a little bit extended. It really depends on when it's going to be delivered and when you're shipping. So what I'll do is sometimes if I have a buyer and I accidentally had selected priority mail shipping for the buyer, allow them to select priority mail shipping. If I ship the same day as it was ordered, I'll go ground advantage because usually it makes it there a day or two before, and then you're perfectly fine. But if priority says it's going to be delivered on the 15th of this month and ground advantage says it's going to be delivered on the 21st, then you can't change it because the buyer is going to expect it to be there on the 15th, and then you're going to get a bad review. Branded jeans paid 10, sold for 42. Let's go. I didn't know that was a lawnmower. Lawnmower jeans? I never heard of that brand before. I learned something new every day. I learned something new every day from this chat. Next up, we got a Ralph Lauren Blake solid black shirt. Love picking these up. I just got to find it on this list. I think it's that one right there. Yep. Ralph Lauren Blake solid black shirt, sold for full price, $23 over on Poshmark. These I list for $22.99 on eBay. It rounds up when I cross list on Poshmark to 23. I had someone on Depop message me and say, yo, let me cop for 9. Probably the same guy that messages everybody. I think I've had the similar conversations on Depop. Yo, let me cop for 9 and free shipping, Nick. Come on, let me cop for 9 and free shipping. Bro, come on, bro. Bro, seriously. Yeah, that's typical Depop buyer. I was trying to think of more stupid words to use, but I couldn't think of any. It's too early in the morning for that. Brain rot. Morning, didn't realize you would be on? Yeah, I'm on. I'm on for the next week. I'll probably do shipping lives till Friday of this. Actually, no, probably till Thursday. Probably going to turn my store off on Friday, put it on vacation until Tuesday of next week. So then after that, I should be back on like Wednesday with a huge shipping live. But yeah, we'll be shipping out till at least Thursday this week. I might actually go thrifting this week. Might actually go thrifting. If I can get everything done, sold on Whatnot, and we can go thrifting and I can only grab heavy hitters, I might do it because I'm itching to go thrifting. I'm enjoying my estate sales escapades. I'm finding things I've never seen before. Estate sales can be fun. They're like treasure hunts, especially you can go to like a hoarder house with a whole bunch of stuff. I've experienced quite a few of those back when I did some estate sales and some garage selling. Athleta, this is a women's, I think it's a pair of shorts. Yeah, new attack shorts, Athleta. Paid $4 for these at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and they sold for 45 buckaroos. Nice little sale right there. These have been listed for a while. I think I got these the last yellow tag clearance event, but still, nice sale, 45 bucks for a pair of brand new tag Athleta. And get all the free roll of priority stickers. I use them to secure the corners of the Tyveks. So, in fact, I'm going to tell you, you're not really supposed to do that, Danielle, even though they get it. People do it all the time, and I understand it. Those stickers are meant to be used on boxes that do not have priority on them at all. So if you use your own brown box, you're supposed to use those priority stickers on a brown box to signify that that's a priority mail shipping box. That's something shipped priority for the post office. That's why they give you those stickers. They're not really meant to secure the corners or anything like that. Even though you can, they're not going to write you up or get you in trouble or anything like that. But just keep in mind those stickers are actually meant for if I used a regular like box like this. If I can reach it. If I used a box like this, and I wanted to, if this was shipping priority and I wanted to signify this is a priority box, I would stick that priority sticker on there. So that way the post office knows and they know how to sort it faster, but that's what that's for. But I mean, if you're using them, I worked at the post office. I never had somebody like, oh, they used a priority sticker. Let's get them. Like they don't really care too much, but just keep that in mind. Keep doing it if you're doing it. I don't care. Shoeboxes are extremely useful. Yes, I use those all the time for Whatnot shows. Like yesterday we had like 10, well, I already shipped out the Whatnot orders. So that's what I'm saying yesterday. We had like 10 people buy 5 items, and those shoe boxes work perfect for 5 items. Literally just wrap 3 in one of the clear bags, wrap 2 in the other, shove it in there, good to go. Thought you started move this week. No, we move Monday. Monday is the day. We have one more weekday whatnot show. So look out for 9. Your lowest shipping costs, the lowest one, please, bro. Yeah, I know. that is typical. That is a Depop buyer right there. Please, bro. Please, bro. I don't have enough money, bro. I don't have it, bro. Anyways. Another brand new with tag piece is another TJ Maxx and Marshalls pickup. This is a pair of Peter Millar men's pants. I think we sold one of these, not the same one because these are the jeans, but we sold a similar pair of pants on Whatnot this weekend for like $36. Could have got a steal for those. These sold for $70 over on Poshmark. I only have one pair of these too. I wish I would have got more from TJ Maxx, but only got one pair. I love picking up the Peter Millar jeans because they sell really, really well. So you're good, Danielle. Nobody's gonna get you in trouble for that. Use them on regular box, but never thought about it. Yeah, just to signify that that's a priority box is all that's supposed to. But I use priority mail box to ship a hat, but put my ground sticker on it. Is that okay? No, no. They don't even make ground stickers. You mean your label? So no, you're not allowed to reuse a priority mail box and stick a ground advantage label on it. Anything that's written priority mail has to have a priority mail sticker, has to have a priority mail shipping on it. It cannot have a ground label on it. Even if you're reusing the boxes, you're not supposed to. I know you're not technically supposed to reuse the boxes. That's another rule with the post office. You're not supposed to reuse boxes that's already been shipped with the priority mail, just the priority mail writing on it. But people do it all the time. I do it still too. Like if I get a box and it still looks good, I'll throw my stuff in it and ship it out instead of using a new box. But there's lots of little rules that I know because I used to work at the post office. I wanted eBay tape with my initial store setup discount, but I couldn't figure it out. So they send an email message. So if you have the first store, you don't get a quarterly coupon. If you have anything above the first store, I believe it is, then what you'll do is you'll go to you go to store on your, here, I'll show it, but I'm not going to go onto it because I don't want somebody stealing my code. You go to store and then you go to subscriber discounts. You click on this and it's that next page that comes up, it'll show you your quarterly coupon on there. I'm not going to click it because again, somebody will steal my quarterly coupon, but that's where it is right there. Store and then subscriber discounts. And then you'll be able to see your quarterly coupon if you have one. I've been doing pretty well with the vintage YSL ties. I wasn't sure about those. One sale, pay for a dozen of them. Let's go. Yeah, some of those vintage ties, they sit for a while. They do sit, but you can get good money for those and they will make it worth it. Worth it to list for sure. All right, we got one Depop order. I'm gonna ship it after the live because I'm gonna need a box for this one. But it's a really good Depop order. So you guys will see a video out later. It's a follow-up video for this. But this is a John Varvatos denim jacket. Really, really good. Just nice denim John Varvatos jacket. I found this at a thrift store. I forget what thrift store it was. I think it was a Sunshine thrift in our area. Found this. I think we paid 13 bucks for it, and it sold over on Depop of all places. Sold over on Depop for $99. So nice little sale right there. I didn't have to pay the extra fees because I took off the promoted closet like last week. So I made a profit of like 67 bucks on this after the initial. No, it's $80.68 is what I made profit on that. So nice little sale right there. Depop order going out the door. Love it when Depop comes through. That's the only Depop order though. I probably accepted like 50 offers this weekend and only had one person pay. And luckily it was the one that had the most expensive item. So I'll take it. All right, let me set up my scale really quick. And then we'll ship out some eBay orders. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat as I'm shipping out. It's a good time to ask your questions. Nick, classic Depop conversations in the chat. All right, next up, Polo Ralph Lauren solid white shirt. We just listed this the week before last, and this one sold for $29.99 plus shipping. I didn't list anything last week, so it couldn't have been listed last week. $29.99 plus shipping, solid white, solid white Polo Ralph Lauren shirts and solid blacks Polo Ralph Lauren shirts are some of my favorites. I always list them a little bit higher, especially if you can get them nice, crispy, and white with no stains or flaws. You're looking at, you know, good money. And that was a size 16.5. Typically, I don't pick up those. I don't pick up number sizes. I only pick up letter sizes, except for solid white shirts. Those I'll make an exception on, or if they have like a really good pattern. That one shipped. I got a lot of polos that sold this weekend. A whole mess of Polo Ralph Lauren sold this weekend. Let's do these. Levi's jeans. Chris is doing a little challenge for himself. He says in the next 90 days he's going to sell 90 pair of Levi's. I believe it, because Levi's during winter time sell like candy. This is a pair of 512 men's size 34 30s, and these sold for $22.99 plus ship. They're not going to sell for crazy money, but they will sell consistently. So if you list them to price them to sell, and you can get them cheap enough. I know some stores, they have Levi's priced at like $12 a piece. I get it, but there's other stores, other thrift stores that have them really cheap, or like on sale days you can go in and grab a bunch of Levi's. I would do it because Levi's are going to sell. You just can't price them too high. You got to price them to sell. This one's $10 shipping. I'm paying $7.36. White with no stains, no discolored armpits. Facts. You have to make sure you check the armpits. Make sure you check for stains or flaws or dribble marks on the front. Also in the inside of the neck where the collar is, you got to make sure there's no discoloration there, because even though it doesn't show on the outside, there are some people that will just automatically return the item if they see any staining on the inside of the shirt. So check all the areas for stains and flaws on those Ralph Lauren pieces. Speaking of Ralph Lauren, we got another one right here. Just a nice plaid Ralph Lauren shirt. This one sold for $22.99 plus ship. Another little bread and butter sale. Lots of bread and butter going out the door. Didn't have to accept any offers on these either, which is great. Just selling them off. Somebody asked earlier if I had best offer on all my items, and I said anything under $25 I don't. That's an example of something that I don't have best offers on. They have to pay full price for it if they want it, and they sell. That way I don't have to worry about, you know, going back and forth with somebody who wants to get a Ralph Lauren shirt for like 12 bucks. If 100% cotton Levi's shrink, do you list the measurements? I do put the measurements, the accurate measurements, in the title. I do not put, even though the back tag says 36-32 or something like that, I will put 36-30 in the title, because I want to make sure the person buying it gets the right size. They don't see 36-32 and they have to read the description to see what the size is, because then they're going to return it. So I make sure I put that in the title. Another way you can do it is you can put 36-32 and then in parentheses put fits 36-30. So that way they know what the actual size was and then the new size is. If I don't have room to put fits, I just put the accurate measurements in there. What's up, Amy? I want to get a VA and have them use Nifty if I put the photos in. I don't like the idea of them seeing what I made. Anyway, do you know if you could hide your analytics? I don't think there's a way to hide analytics, no. They would have to be able to see your analytics, so there's no way to hide that functionality. There's no way to give access to like somebody to do that portion of it. But I want to know, if you put the photos in, why do you need a VA? What do you need a VA for? Because if you use Nifty, Nifty automatically has a AI service where if you upload the photos, it'll create the whole listing for you. So what exactly, you're paying Nifty to already have that functionality. Why not just have Nifty create the listing for you and then you're done? You just put in the photos, you create the listing, and then you go back when you're ready to list and just verify everything's correct, because you're either going to do that yourself or you're going to pay a VA to go through and do that. But a VA is not going to be very good at going through and making sure all the analytics are right, making sure all the measurements are right. If you're already paying Nifty, why would you have to pay a VA to do the same thing? That doesn't, for me, it doesn't make sense, because that's just an extra pay that you don't really have to do. Extra money coming out of your pocket, right? Explain your thought process behind that, because maybe I can help you save some money. This is a men's Polo Ralph Lauren size 4XB long sleeve shirt. Key to this is a 4XB. 4XB you're going to get more money for because it's a rare size. This one sold for $34.99 plus ship. What's up, Faith? Good morning. Good morning. Brennan, your youngest fan. Every day he wants to watch you and Brad. Well, tell Brennan, okay? Tell Brennan to not watch Brad. He's a bad at it. I'm just kidding. What's up, Brennan? Hopefully he's there. Hopefully you're having a good day, Brennan. I know you're a good boy. I don't think a VA will be smarter than just, yeah, that's basically, yeah, Nick is saying the same thing I'm saying. I don't think it makes sense to pay a VA to do what Nifty can already do, and you already pay Nifty to do it. It's not like it costs anymore because you already have a plan. So why not just have Nifty do it? Are you listing through eBay or Nifty? Now I'm listing through everything I list. Everything I've listed for the last 2 months has been completely Nifty. All my sales, all my recent sales, the stuff that I've just listed, all the titles, everything was created by Nifty. I do go in and edit a little bit when I'm going through. I highly suggest it whenever you use any AI lister to go in and edit listings and make sure everything's correct, because they're not going to be perfect. Just like if you hired an employee or hired a VA, they're not going to be perfect. But for the most part, they're good. I actually reached out to Nifty, not yesterday, the day before. Maybe it was yesterday. And I asked her because she mentioned to me that she's going to have a functionality where you can take old listings, so stuff that's already listed, and you can delist them and then have Nifty, you can run it through the AI service. So if you have extra AI credits and you have really old listings that you want to kind of fix up and try to get sold and like create that new listing, and really trick the algorithm to show that you listed a new item, because it's going to fix everything, including your title, your description, everything. She's going to implement that. So I asked her when. I haven't heard back from her yet, but I'm hoping that's going to be soon, because I really want to go through and edit some of my older listings, some of my really old ones, and use Nifty's title and description structure, because I think that's why I'm selling a lot of my newer listings really fast, is simply because of the way that it does the description. I know the description's long, but it adds a bunch of keywords in the bottom, which helps people find it in search. So I'm hoping that functionality comes out here pretty quick, and then I want to test it and see how it works. So I'm waiting for her to hear back, but that'd be pretty cool. Take all your old listings, run it through the AI software again, and then relist them with all new words. And then if it doesn't sell in 60 days, do the same thing over again and just try to trigger that algorithm to get it to sell. I think it'll be good. What's up, Sarah? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, next sale is, this is something that I just listed with Nifty. I have some of these. You can go to my eBay store right now, and you'll see I have LL Bean flannels listed. I have LL Bean flannels listed that are not selling. And I just listed this, I think it was a week and a half ago, probably like Friday before, and it sold for $22.99 plus ship super fast. And I have some of these listed, so I want to be able to run some of these through Nifty and see if I can get them to sell faster, because Nifty's helping the item sell faster, because it's just given better description. I love everything about reselling, but can't stand typing on the computer, changing the AI, and so on. My eyesight is not wonderful. I take so long. I need something to push me. Got you. I think if you can upload the photos into Nifty, you should be able to just go through the listing really quick. Even with bad eyesight, you should be able to go through the listing really quick and edit it and make sure it's perfect. Because a VA is not going to do a good job at that. I'll just tell you that straight up. A VA is not going to do a good job at editing your listing and making sure it's perfect for eBay, because you're going to have to teach them. That's one thing about a VA, is you're going to have to teach them how you like your listings. And even then, they're not going to do it right. You're still going to have to proofread your VA. So if you're having to proofread your VA, why not just proofread Nifty's AI service? You save money. Either way, you got to proofread it. And that's all you're doing with Nifty. After it creates a listing for you, you're just going through and doing a little quick glance over and make sure everything's right. Do the same thing with the VA. Next up, I got a Charles Terwitt tie. Let me make sure this is the right one. Looks the same. Yeah, it's the right one. Okay, cool. Charles Terwitt's men's tie. I love picking these ties up. Charles Terwitt dress shirts don't sell well, but their suits and their ties do sell well. I paid $3.21 for this, and it sold for $20.70. Yeah, I'm just trying to help you out, Bobby. I don't want you to pay for a VA and then you're like, I paid for this VA. I got a month service with a VA and I just wasted a bunch of money on it, because I still got to proofread everything. No matter what kind of service you use, you still should proofread all your listings. I think AI eventually will get really, really good to where, all these AI services, you won't have to proofread. It'll basically make everything perfect every time, because it'll kind of learn. It's artificial intelligence, right? So it'll learn exactly what you like in your listing. But for right now, they still need some help. By the way, be careful with AI services. I'll tell you this: every single day, I see an influencer promoting a new AI service or one that they're creating, and just be careful. Try them for free before you sign up for them, because I feel like a lot of them are, there's a lot of creators out there that are saying this service is the best, this service is the best, and test them out to see which one actually is the best. I have been using Nifty for a very, very long time. That's why I put my name behind Nifty. I'm not just going out there and getting a paycheck from a service that's reaching out to me and saying, please promote my service and put it in your video. One I see all the time is Sellraise. Sellraise has reached out to me probably 15 times saying, please, can you put us in one of your videos? We'll pay you, blah, blah, blah. I always say no, because I feel like Sellraise is not the best. It is nowhere near the best. Yeah. And the way that people promote it is they put in the video and they find some Carhartt jacket and they scan it with their phone and it tells them it's worth, you know, $100 or $150, and then they do it for like a soccer jersey and they say it's worth $150, and then you go to eBay and you look it up and you see that it's only worth $50. I don't think it's a good service. I think people are just taking paychecks. So just be very, very careful. Test stuff out before you use it. That's why I love Nifty, because you guys can try it for free for 7 days. And you don't have to commit to it. So men's untucked shirt, this is a really good one. Nice floral pattern with this one, size extra large, sold for $24.99 plus shipping. What's your opinion on shipping shoes in a poly mailer? I think it's okay. Ethan does it all the time. So if you don't watch Ethan Banks, I don't think Ethan's put out a piece of content in a while though. So Ethan, if you're listening, I know you're listening because you're a Broncos fan. I'm surprised you're not here yet, Ethan. I know you'll probably watch this on replay and you'll hear your name. Damn Broncos fan, beat my damn Titans yesterday. But anyways, Ethan does, and it does save some money on shipping. So I think most of what Ethan ships, except for its boots, like heavy boots or some stuff like that, is what he ships in boxes. But for like shipping shoes and things, like basic tennis shoes, he ships all those in poly bags now. So I think it drops the shipping. Your item still gets there. Your shoes should be able to get rattled around a little bit. I mean, they're shoes. They're going to be on your feet, right? So they should be able to get rattled around in shipment without getting destroyed. And if they do get destroyed, that's probably because they were flawed anyway. So, yeah, that's no hate on tech. But I do think the way he put out he made it seem like it was perfect. And it wasn't. It was far from perfect. I watched the first video, noticed some pricings that were way off on his, and he just browsed right through and put them on. Again, no, there's no AI service out there that is perfect. Otherwise, everybody would be using it right now. That's why there's so many out there, because they're trying to become the best as they go. But yeah, I think he did himself an injustice by making it seem like his was the best. And he also used some words I didn't like when he was promoting his, saying he was the first to create it. I'm the first eBay AI lister. And it's like, no, you weren't. He talked about other ones during the video while he said his was the first. I was like, what? You're talking about Vendu during the video, and Vendu has an AI lister already. Nifty has an AI lister already. So I think people caught on to that too, because I put out a video right afterwards because I heard that. I was like, no, you're not the first. I get it. You're trying to promote your product, but don't lie to the people. Anthropology, this is a alpaca blend Anthropology sweater. This is a Kayla pickup. I can't really talk too much about it because it's a Kayla pickup. This one sold for $20 plus shipping. Nice little sale. These are going to start selling like hotcakes because it's wintertime. So go Bills. Bills. Wow, what a game last night. Did you guys watch that game? Anybody watch the Bills game last night? I stayed up. I'm glad I watched the whole thing. I was about to turn it off in the third quarter because I figured the Ravens were done. Like they had won that game. But I was like, you know what? This is the Bills, okay? The Bills are a different kind of team, okay? They're special. Man, I wish I was a Bills fan because, man, that would be so much fun to watch the Bills. It sucks watching the Titans because as soon as we get behind, it's like, all right, I'm writing this game off. I'm leaving. I know we're going to lose, but the Bills, man, the Bills have a special way of coming back even when it seems like there's no chance. The fact that Derrick Henry fumbled the ball, like Derrick Henry is one of the best ball carriers. Like, he used to play for the Titans. I know this for a fact. He doesn't fumble. That guy does not fumble. That ball stays under his arm under all circumstances. You could drop a nuclear bomb on his arm and he would still hold that ball. And he fumbled. Like, the Bills just have the luck. I don't know what it is. Another AI lister called List Easier. So I think he dropped it too early. List Easier is painfully bad. Yeah, I see other people promoting that one too. And again, no hate to them, but if I'm going to put my name behind a product, it's going to be because I think it is the best out there. And if there's another product, and I've already talked to other products, I see other products starting to have better things than Nifty, I'm going to put my name behind that product. I'm not stuck to Nifty just because Nifty is Nifty. I'm going to move to other services if there's one that's better, because I'm going to use it for my business too. I'm not just going to use the worst. And again, people are taking checks, and that's okay. They can make money, but I think in the long run, it makes more sense to put your name behind a product that's actually the best. And any of those people that think that they're the best, I'll just ask them, like, what makes your service better than Nifty? Does it cross list? Does it send offers? Does it delist, relist? Does it have an AI photo software that's able to upload photos within 5 seconds after you put them in? Like these other ones I'm watching, they take like 30 to 45 seconds to generate your listing once you put your photos in. Nifty, you can put 10 in, and within 15 seconds, all 10 of those are generated. Like it's super fast. It's just better. So yeah, that was a great ending. I love that game. That game was fun to watch. Really fun to watch. Whoops. Back to orders. That was a great way. If you were a Bills fan, that is a great way to start the season. That was a fun game. As a non-Bills fan, I had fun watching that game, that's for sure. Ariat, this is a women's Ariat shirt. Size is a 2X. That's how you know it's a women's shirt, because it's size 2X. This one sold for $22.50. That was a Nifty generated offer, because I listed this for $24.99. Nifty sent out a 10% off offer, and this person accepted. Another thing that those AI softwares don't have is an offer system. I haven't sent an offer myself manually on any platform in probably 2 years. That's all Nifty generated offers. Are there any listings that you think a video is appropriate? Yes, that's a good question, Ray. That's a super good question. So I used to sell, if you watch some of my older videos on YouTube, I bought a whole collection of Christmas houses, and some of those Christmas houses are animated. So you plug them in, or you press a button and they light up and things move. That's a perfect listing for photos. Now, if it's just like a shirt, like this Ariat shirt, I wouldn't really take a video of the Ariat shirt unless you really wanted to add it and you had some extra time. It's just too much time involved to go through and, you know, show all the details off on your phone. But when it comes to stuff like that are Christmas houses and that are animated, you want to show that each piece works, because some of them, they have, you know, the top of the house spins, and then they got the little people on the inside moving, things like that. You want to show that each piece moves. That's a good time to use the video. But for a shirt, I would think photos would suffice for most shirts. And that's why I don't do any videos for the stuff that I list, because most of the stuff is like this men's Robert Graham shirt. Men's Robert Graham sold for $34.99. Really good flip cuff, by the way. If you missed this weekend's Whatnot show, you missed some really, really good Robert Grahams. We had ones that were selling that were better patterns than this, selling for like 25 bucks. So good time to haul out on some Robbie G's. I had some really rare ones too that went, I thought they would go for more. Some people got some steals and deals. That's all I got to say. But that one sold for $34.99 plus shipping. That one's going to ship out for 11 ounces. What's up, Linda? Welcome in, welcome in. Perfect timing. We're almost done. We got like 8 more listings to ship. 8 more listings to ship. 8 more orders to ship. My computer's going slow though. There we go. All right, next up, we got some. Can you explain how to do a custom SKU for eBay, or do you have to put it in Nifty, not eBay? I can show you how to do it on eBay. Give me 1 second. Let me ship out this last shirt, and then I'll show you how to do that. This is a men's Viore shirt, another brand that we sold a ton of this weekend. Lots of t-shirts we're selling. This basic polo, I think it was in a video too, so I might make an update video on this one. Sold for $34.99 plus shipping. Got some steals? That's okay, Dora. We're there to give steals. One thing you have to do when you're a Whatnot seller is you cannot get emotionally attached to your items. And I think a lot of people do, and they like scream at their buyers, "You guys lowballing me. Come on, bid it up, chat, bid it up." You cannot do that. You can't get emotionally attached to your items. I've never emotionally attached my items on Whatnot. If somebody gets a super good deal, I'm actually really happy for them, oddly, that they get a good deal from me. And I think that's what you have to do. You have to do with Whatnot. Yes, there are shows that are really, really good, and you're like, man, I'm selling stuff for really good money. And then there's other shows you literally get murdered on. And you have to be okay with the ebbs and flows of Whatnot. So I'm cool with you getting some steals and deals from me. I just hate it when Surfs does. That's the only person. If Surfs gets a steal from me, I freaking hate it because I just don't like that guy. Anyways, let's go here, here, here. All right, so let's go into this listing right here. At the very top of your listing, that's where your eBay custom SKU is. When you're listing on Nifty, you also have the SKU field as well, so you can list on Nifty and put your SKU in. But your custom SKU field is going to be right there. If you don't see it on your computer or you don't see it on your phone it's going to be all the way down on item specifics at the very bottom. I don't know why they put it down there, but that's where they put it on the phone app. On the computer, it's going to be right here. If you don't see it, you're going to go to title options and then you're going to turn on custom SKU right there. And then from there on out, you'll have the custom SKU available on all your listings. But some people have this turned off and that's why they don't see it. But again, on your phone, you're going to go to your this part on your phone and your custom SKU field is going to be all the way down here at the bottom. So those are the two spots. There he is. I knew he was here. He's always lurking, chat. You see that? He's kind of a weirdo. He's not talking this whole time, and then as soon as I call his name out, he just starts talking again. Isn't that kind of weird, chat? I think it's kind of weird. Anyways, next up, we got orders awaiting shipment. 7 more orders going out the door. Onwards and upwards, yeah. You have to be okay, especially when you're building. You have to be okay giving out steals and deals. It's gonna happen when you just start on Whatnot. You're not gonna be able to sell everything for eBay prices. There can be a time you can build into that, but right off the bat, I think that you should be okay taking some steals and deals, giving them away. This is a men's Lacoste sweater with the good Argyle pattern going all the way through. Anytime you find these, pick these up. This one sold for 25 buckaroos. Only have a few more listings. I think we're missing one. I think we're missing a belt. I'll have to go look for it afterwards, but that's okay. This one's going to ship for 15 ounces. Buyer paid $10 for shipping. I am paying $7.01 for shipping. This is going pretty close, I guess. Next up, back to orders. Next up, ooh, we got some good sales this weekend. We probably had one of our best sales weekends in a while, based off the stuff we sold and what we sold it for. Oh, maybe it's right here. Is this it? Yep, there it is. Okay, we got everything. All right, got another one of those Peter Millar belts. These are men's Peter Millar belts. I got these from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. They're just a plain gray, not even leather belt. It's just like a woven belt. Sold for $39.99 plus shipping. I got these at different prices. Some of them I paid $10 for. Others I paid $13 for, but still really good, really good. To triple your money on a TJ Maxx find is very, very rare. So that's why I always suggest going to the accessory section. Tomorrow moving day? No, moving day is Monday of next week. So we still have one more week in this house, but everything is pretty much packed up. I wish it was tomorrow because we're basically ready to move. How do you find the Meta glasses for your videos? Where do you buy them? I have them in my link tree on Amazon. You can buy them on Amazon. Where I got them from is I went to Lens Crafters because I needed prescription lenses. So yeah, that's where I got mine from. But you can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them anywhere. You just go anywhere and buy them. They're available on all the marketplaces. But they do have a pair of Oakley Meta glasses out, and Chris and Bearded both got the Oakley ones. They're kind of like futuristic looking, so if that's not your style, I get it. But supposedly the video quality is a lot better with those. The photo quality is a lot better with those, and the battery time is a lot better with those. So if you're thinking about getting them, I would actually not do the Ray-Ban Metas because those are the older style. I would do the newer style. I think the Ray-Bans, Surfs was telling us the other day in a group chat that I think the Ray-Bans are coming out with a new one, and those are supposed to have better video quality and everything too. So if you want to get one right now, you can. They're still pretty expensive, or you can wait a little bit for the newest one to come out. That's what I would suggest. Next up, Lululemon men's ABC pants, another item that we were selling pretty cheap this weekend on Whatnot. I had a bunch of these. I actually got a bunch of these free on Jamble. So I have an affiliate code with Jamble. It's in my link tree. It's another site just like Whatnot. And I think if you use my code, you get $15 or $25 free that you can spend. And then I get a little kickback too. I get some free credit that I can use. So I bought a bunch of these for free on Jamble. And I was going to list them on eBay, but I was like, you know what? I got them for free. I might as well just run them on Whatnot. And that's what I did. I ran them on Whatnot. So I made probably probably about 120, 150 bucks this weekend just by getting free stuff from Jamble. So if you want some free stuff yourself, go to my link tree in my bio, download Jamble. You'll get a credit. I think it's either 15 or 25. I don't remember because I haven't promoted in a while. But it's free money, just like Whatnot's free money. Jamble's free money. I think it's 25. So click that link, go get your free money, and go buy some. There's people selling Lululemon on Jamble all day. And if you got $15 for free, you get a free piece of Lululemon, resell it, make some money. Easy money. Do you like the video quality? So the Meta Glasses video quality is not as good as an iPhone, so you have to keep that in mind. But for the functionality, I love it because I can just go beep and start recording. Can't do that on an iPhone. You got to take it out. You got to hold it. With the Metas, you don't even think about it. You just start it and you start recording. It does film in landscape, so you have to cut it down to be able to put it on videos. But if you watch some of my order pull videos, Ray, go watch my order pull videos. Those were all shot with Ray-Ban Metas. So you can see the quality is not perfect, but it is really good. So definitely recently updated their AI software. You inspired me to try it again. It's much better than when I used it a month or two ago. They're always updating it, Nick. I just started using it a month or two ago. So I probably started using it back when you stopped using it. So I haven't seen a huge difference, but I do know it's really fast. And she sees what other platforms is doing. She's always trying to upgrade it. So it's good to see that you like it better now. I think it'll be getting better and better. She's also going to make it to where you can change titles and stuff. So you can put, if you want men's in the beginning and your size in the beginning, you'll be able to let the AI know that's where you want to put it. I think that's something that's coming on down the road too, but she's always keeping up with the Joneses and everybody else. I know this is not a shipping question, but do you think promoting show, but as a new seller, do you think it's beneficial? Doing a promoted show on Whatnot is beneficial? Yes, I do think it is. Just don't go crazy and promote it for like $300 because you're not going to see that value come back to you, I believe. That's my suggestion. Do like if you want to promote your first like 10 shows and just do like, all right, I'm going to do $30 per show for my first 10 shows, so 300 bucks. Do that, but don't do $300 on one show and promote a show like that. I don't think that's worth it. But yeah, I think promoting, I see a difference when somebody comes in and they promote my show, because you're able to do that to streamers you like, because you're able to pay to promote their shows as like a gift to the streamer. I see an uptick in viewers. Usually it goes from like, I'll go from like 100 viewers to like 130, 140 viewers. I get like 40 extra viewers during that portion whenever they promote. So I do think it's worth it. But again, just don't go overboard and be like, oh, I'm going to promote the crap out of my show. I'm going to make it, promotion is going to be $400 because you're never going to get that value back out. It's just not going to happen. And keep in mind, most of the people that are coming into your show are not going to buy from your show. They're just there because you're on the top of the page. So unless you have something that they're specifically looking for, you're not going to convert that sale, but you will convert followers and things like that. So after you promote your show and you see it's promoted, that's when you like run a giveaway and try to get people to follow you. So you start building that buyer base. Eton men's shirts, or Eton, however you pronounce this brand. This one sold for $22.50, just a basic men's Eton shirt. It is a size 18, which is a really good size, like a 2XL. Yeah, sold for $22.50. These used to go for like 35 bucks. You're not going to get that anymore. Try to only pick up the bigger sizes, 17 to 19. Those are the ones you're going to get good money for. The ones under that, if they're plain and they're not colorful, I won't pick them up because they just sit forever. This one sold rather quickly. Question about Nifty. I just started using it this month. When it recreates my listings, the promotion is wiped out. How do you? Yeah, you have to do an automated promotion on eBay. Good question. I get this question often. So you're going to go to, let me make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah. So you're going to go to advertising. You're going to go to your dashboard, and then you're going to click create new campaign. And then from here, you're going to do promote your listings, and then you're going to go through all the processes to set up a promotion. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to mess up my current promotion. And then after that, it's going to be down at your bottom, and then you're going to have all your analytics up at the top right up here. But you'll see that promoted listings is right there. So that's how you create it. Advertising, dashboard, create a new campaign, and then do your promoted campaign. Easy peasy. And then everything that gets delisted and relisted through Nifty will automatically promote at whatever percentage you have. You can create different promotion campaigns too. I just create 9% across the board. Makes my life easy. I don't have to worry about multiple. Haven't listed on eBay yet, trying to figure out shipping. How do you set up your set rate shipping, or do you have to print labels through eBay? You don't have to print labels through eBay. You can print labels offsite, but eBay is going to give you a discounted rate. How do you create your shipping? So what I want you to do is I want you to watch this video. And this is going to teach you how to set up business policies, because that's what you have to do, is set up your business policies. Let me get into the video really quick. Let me find it. This one right here. Watch this video. It's going to teach you how to set up business policies. When you set up your business policies, you're going to set up flat rate shipping, and that's how we do it. I do it $7 for anything under a pound. So this would be $7 because this is under a pound. Anything 1 to 2 pounds is going to be $10 ground advantage. Anything more than 2 pounds, like 2, 3 plus, is going to be $12 priority. That's how I have it set up. You can set it up however which way you want, but I think that's the easiest way to do it. I've never done Whatnot before. I thrift items all over the board, from plush to Robert Graham. How do I go about doing shows? Do I advertise them separately? I would suggest, if you have a wide variety of stuff that you sell, you do curated shows. So you do a plush show, you do a men's dress shirt show, you do a women's dress show, you do a swimwear show. If you have a wide variety, especially when you're just starting, you don't want to do plush, Robert Graham, swimwear, and car parts all in the same live. That wouldn't make any sense. Your people would be like, what is coming up next? This is weird. So I would suggest doing a curated show, and then label your show as a curated show. All Lily Pulitzer show. Boom. All Lily Pulitzer show. You're going to get the people that like Lily Pulitzer, especially to come into your show, or specifically to come into your show. Men's Robert Graham shirt show could be a really, really good show. Make sure you take a good cover photo for your live, so that way it, like, when people are scrolling through all the lives on the front page, they're like, ooh, Robert Graham, I've never seen those before on Whatnot. They click into your show, they come in. That's what I would suggest. Curated shows for you. Curated shows for us to do the best too. Whenever we do like an all Patagonia, all North Face, all Lily Pulitzer, those shows are our best shows by far. Next up, this is a Ralph Lauren men's large floral long sleeve shirt. This one sold for $29.99 plus shipping. So one of my Supreme sweaters I found on my Whatnot show. If I get enough viewers, I know I won't get what I could online, but I'm okay with it. Good idea. I think it is. I think that should be your cover photo, just like I was talking about, Dora. Make that your cover photo, and then make it the stipulations on your cover photo, like right on the cover photo. If we get 50 viewers, Supreme for $1, something like that. So that, like, makes people, like, want to come in and stay in your show too, because they want to get to that 50 people, and then as soon as you hit that 50 people, they're going to start screaming at you, "Run the Supreme!" So that's a good idea. It's all marketing. That's all that is. It's just marketing what you have, your best items, to your viewers. Good sale though, right there. I like that. Ralph Lauren floral shirt. Love picking those up and selling them. Last 2 items of the live. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Appreciate all the questions. I should be doing these lives most of the week unless something pops up. If you don't see me on tomorrow, that just means I had something else I had to do with the house or something like that. But for the most part, rest of this week I should be live with you guys. Men's Ralph Lauren 2XL shirt, another one. I talked about this on one of my posts. I think key to selling Ralph Lauren is making sure your photos are good. Even though this one is a little bit wrinkly, you can tell that's a nice cover photo, and that's what gets my items to sell. Only 4 photos on this listing. The reason I only took 4 photos is because this right here has what it's made out of and has the size and everything. So I don't need another photo. I have a full front, full back, and then right now, this is an old listing too. Now we're doing measurements on ours. So I would put 2 extra photos in there for measurements, but this one sold with only 4 photos. So you don't really need 18 photos to show off your shirt. You just need 1 good cover photo to drag the person into your listing. And then as long as you have a good listing other than that, you're going to get a sale. That one's shipping for 8 ounces. And last order going out the door, $4.74. Who plays tonight? Does anybody know? Oh, it didn't post to YouTube. That's okay. You were asking on Facebook. I don't know why my comments aren't working on YouTube all of a sudden. Does anybody know who's playing tonight, football? I forget. I forget who it is. I'm trying to think of the 2 teams that didn't play. I can't think. Last sale is a men's pair of Todd Snyder shorts. Good sale right here. Todd Snyder is an excellent brand to look out for. These sold for $45. Pre-owned condition, $45. Todd Snyder is the brand. I love finding it. We've sold this brand quite a few times. It's kind of an undercover. Bears and Vikings. Gotcha. That'll be a good game. Bears and Vikings. Kind of an undercover brand. Hard to find. If you ever find it in thrift, pick it up. Todd Snyder anything is a pickup, especially the Champion collab Todd Snyder pieces. That one's going to ship for 12 ounces. Buyer paid $7. I'm paying $6.02. All right, I'll definitely be watching that game tonight. Bears and Vikings. Bears and Vikings. That will be a good one. The Bears. All right, and that's it. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to probably, either tomorrow or Wednesday, depending if we set up the show today, we're going to do a Ralph Lauren whatnot show. It'll probably be mostly all Ralph Lauren. I might throw in a couple extra pieces if I have to clear out a couple more things. That'll be a midday show, so resellers come out, have some fun, steal some stuff from us. We're just clearing out some stuff before we move. I do have a couple shorts videos planned for this week. I already have one edited. You'll see that. There'll be like update videos to items that I found earlier this year that I've already sold that I just have the footage for. So I'm just going to upload the sale price so you guys can see what things we're selling for, starting with that John Barbados jacket. And yeah, and then later on this week, probably Friday, you won't see us Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or much of us, because that's when we'll be moving stuff into the U-Haul and everything like that. So you'll see us Monday through Thursday this week, and then we'll kind of be chilling this weekend and moving and all that stuff. And then store will be on vacation mode from Friday to Tuesday, so the next shipping live after Thursday will be the following Wednesday, most likely, unless I get everything set up early, and then I can cut off my handling time or my vacation time. So kind of a strange week, but then we should be back to normal. After these next 2 weeks, we should be back to normal. You guys should see us thrifting, probably do some live thrifts again, things like that. We're just busy with